Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Exalted One and welcome back to the fucking Nexus. In today's video, we are playing as one of the original, the greatest auto attack hero in the game. Not the greatest at the moment, but he is one of the greatest, or one of the oldest at least. Jimmy goddamn Raynor. Marshall Raynor skin, of course, because goddamn it, you can't get any better than that. He excels in taking down larger targets with high health pools, being able to stay back kind of on the back lines with his auto attack range increased by his trait. Very good job at surviving and a very solid hero overall to learn the game. So today, in conjunction with the first few episodes out for our beginner series, we are going to focus on Raynor. One of my favorite heroes in the game, and he is still my highest played, and I still haven't even played him in months. But let's hop in, try and show off where he can excel and why he is such a good hero to learn.
Anytime you're ready.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves today on the Cursed Hollow map. The friendly team, Gul'dan, Alarak, Raynor, Zagara, and Nova. Quite a few StarCraft in this game here. The enemy team, Li Ming, Chromie, Sylvanas, Nazeebo, and Gul'dan. And a bit of Warcraft on the other side. Now, at level 1 for Raynor, we are going for Seasoned Marksman. It is going to combo with our build quite well. And that is going to be solely focused on auto attacks, for the idea of right-click and win. Now, I do not maximize Raynor. I don't really use a whole lot of the Marine Micro, or basically like attack stepping. It is something that I'm working on to try and improve, but I do not work all that well yet. So it is something that I will not really be focusing on a whole lot in this video. Now, Raynor, his basic abilities, fairly simple, because there's only two of his basic abilities that he actually activates, and that is his Q and W. Q, straight line skill shot, does damage, and is a knockback as well. And that is going to be a good option for us later in this game today, because we are going to be able to stand back and knock, for example, Gul'dan out of being able to focus on us. So we are able to likely trade into him here, because we do have our own sustain that is going to kick in right there. That is our E ability. Okay, that was quick. Now, our Q is a solid knockback. It is a straight line skill shot and a pretty solid line there. Does do a little bit of damage, not a whole lot. It's not like a bursty tool or anything like that. But it does do some pretty solid some pretty solid damage. Now, our W, which is something that needs to be off cooldown almost always while playing Raynor. It is a increase to your attack speed, and later on going to be an increase to your movement. So those are his only two abilities that are activated, his Q and his W. Now, those do his W also does buff any nearby minions or friendly heroes as well with their attack speed. So you are able to do a good job at supporting your team when possible, when they are near you. And as you can see, we do have a substantial range on Gul'dan, for example, on our auto attacks. And that is going to be because of our trait, which is Advanced Optics. You have 20% further range on your basic attacks, and you see 10% further around you. We are going to try and make sure that Gul'dan can't really use his abilities all that well to sustain. We want to make sure that we're bullying him out of lane as much as possible. Now, our E does heal us for a substantial amount that did activate earlier when we were trading off with Gul'dan, and that does heal us for 515 health flat after we drop below 30% health. Now, at level 4, our build starts to come together a little bit with focused attack, so that periodically does additional damage to heroes. Okay, we are able to push him back. Again, just try and pressure him out of here as much as possible. We are going to try and stay away from that Fell Flame whenever we can. I think we're going to get a good feel for Gul'dan here. Again, we get that additional proc on our auto attack against heroes, that focused attack. We have 10 seconds left on Sippy Cup. We are going to need to go in first. So we do have our E activated. That's why you don't see an actual icon to activate that ability, because it's not that tight. Now, we are going to poke in here as much as we possibly can. Whoa! Our activated should kick in. There it goes. In quite a substantial health gain. Now we're able to Sippy Cup and come right back in and re-engage. Now we want to just pressure out Sylvanas from laning here and getting experience. We'll tank that just fine. Okay. And whoa, there goes our Zagara. Okay. I'm gonna try and grab. Okay. I think that we might be able to secure this, honestly. Okay, we need to get out because Chromie is around and can do quite a bit of work against us. So we're gonna go ahead and back up and be here. Now, as you can see, we haven't been like wailing on heroes all that much. But you can see we're already at 6,000 damage, which in comparison to the game, Chromie as a monster burst character, even in the early game, we're keeping right on par with her. Long game for me if I don't get out of this Chromie's range. Yes, it is. Now, already we do have 9 of our 40 stacks, so we are a little bit behind. So Raynor is really focused for the most part early game on laning and killing minions as quickly as possible. Okay, we are going to try and avoid one of these eventually. God damn it, eating some orbs here. That's alright. Okay. Fuck, the range that she's getting on these is stupid. Okay. Now, we are going to continue just laning here because we do not have our friendly team really with us. Gul'dan is still top. We do have the Chromie down, so we might be able to start coming in. Okay, they know that we're over here. Oops. Oh, we did get right in the zombie wall, and that's going to be a dead us. Ah, fuck. The Li Ming combo with the Mazeebo is a little bit of a rough matchup, and especially when kind of your Alarak just kind of spins in a circle and dies. It makes it a little rough. Nova gonna die. Yeah, Li Ming's gonna have a fucking field day with this game. We are gonna try and come in here. So Chromie gonna be able to do a lot of work. And there's a dead Gul'dan. Yeah, there's another dead Gul'dan. We're gonna come up here on the ass end of Chromie. We might be able to. Yeah, there we go. We poked it. There we go. We're able to get a bit. We can just kind of avoid some of these shots here. We do have. Whoa. I think she went the range on those orbs, which is a little gross, actually. Okay, we're just going to wail on this Mazeebo because we are going to be able to kill him. Yes. We do get a knockback there. We do still have... We're going to go and use our momentum just to get out of this fight right now because we are going to gain that movement speed while we use that, so we are able to... Oh, God! Oh, God damn it. God damn it. When you die by minions, it's fucking embarrassing, but it's even worse when your team like is right there and kind of knocking them down and then just chooses to just walk away and let it happen. Because, I mean, the only other way that we would have gotten back around there is to go the long way around. While our team was there, I figured they would clear the wave to push us towards 10, but not so much the case. There's a dead. There's another dead. Well, we do have him moving in. That is going to be a dead Chromie and a Ming. Jesus, this is a clusterfuck. Okay, that should be a secure thing for us. Holy shit. This is going to be a slugfest match if we haven't figured that out yet. Okay. Now, we are still getting these stacks. We're at 15, so that is going to increase our auto attack damage pretty substantially. Does get us quite a bit later on as well. Fuck. Fell Flame doing a lot of damage. Now, we did go at level 7. Sorry, that was a Revolution Overdrive. So we do gain momentum, or excuse me, movement speed. Jesus. Wow. We are near anyone else. They gain that bonus as well. Okay. No, but we're not going to be able to do a whole lot here, girl. Woo! Okay. Again, we're just going to try and step back and take out these minions as much as we can with the current grouping around, which is pretty strong here. Okay, we are going to gain that movement speed. We do know that Chromie is right here and very vulnerable. That was a little bit weird. Okay, we are going to go and get our movement speed here. And that should be a dead Gul'dan. Wasted ult there by the Nova, but not too much of a concern at the time being. We are going to hit the sippy cup here. Try and again just wipe down this mercenary camp and do what we can. So we are at 18 of 40 stacks, so we are a bit behind on where I would like to be at this time. Though we do get a curse, and this is going to help out a lot. A great, great deal here. Because again, we are just able to wipe these down very quickly on these waves because of that curse. And we are going for Giant Killer at this level range. Woo! We do hit her really hard right out the gate. And she is going to have to back up. Between myself and Alarak, we're going to get a lot of work done on these enemies here. But already we're at 22 stacks right now. We are going to focus in on what we should be focusing. In the actual building here. Nova does fall somehow. We're going to try and get near where these minion waves are going to come in. Again, just kind of moving around as much as we can just to stay out of Li Ming's bullshit there. Okay. And again, we'll go ahead and boost our attack speed and just kind of back up and wipe out these walls because that's going to work out real well for us. Cut down their vision, do a lot of work. We're going to go ahead and come down bottom. Curse is going to end, but we are at 24 stacks at the 9-minute mark, and that is nothing to sneeze at all. As you can see, we're doing almost 400 an attack already against the enemy team here, and we're able to kind of just poke around, dance around our enemies, and make sure that we can stay alive here. Okay. We do still have our our health regen there. Okay. And again, we gained some attack speed. That's not going to be enough. Well, we tried to get that Nazebo down, but didn't work out for us on this particular occasion. Now, I haven't used Hyperion a whole lot. It's not so much of an aggressive heroic. It is more intended to be used as a zoning tool, so to push enemy teams back or to assert your position over a particular location. That's where it's going to excel. That's where it's going to do the most benefit for your team. Now, the friendlies do want to go for a camp. I'm not opposed to that, though we do want to, again, still focus on these stacks as much as humanly possible to get moving in the right direction. Because if we can get the stacks, get all these taken care of prior to moving forward, Alarak completely out of position. Now, you don't really want to use your Q as aggressively as I am here, and this is solely because I know that the enemies are more focused on other endeavors at the time being, and that we can do enough to those minions to gain a little bit more attack damage. And that is going to be really important for us to build that foundation for later, because we're going to hit like a fucking truck later on. Now, we do have Executioner. That is an option, and is a very good option if you have significant slow. So I really like taking this talent when you have like a Jane on the other team, when you have a Muradin, something like that, that can help you out. But if you don't have a situation that is that favorable, my personal favorite is going to be for Bullseye, and that does stun a target the first time, or the first enemy that you hit with your Q. We're just going to move out of this. She's going to have to wait a couple seconds before she's able to fire off another Q. Nova going to soak that up, no problem. That is going to be another point for the friendly team there. And we're going to ignore whatever they're doing and come down on bottom lane. There's going to be another wave that'll push up right behind this. There's a couple weirdly timed kills. That's alright. Again, we're just going to pop this as much as possible. Anyone around us is going to gain this benefit, so even mercenaries are going to get that increased attack speed. And again, because you do have your W off of cooldown so frequently, you want to use that whenever possible, or whenever you are looking at attacking pretty much anything. Because you are able to do quite a bit of work and attack so unbelievably fast. Okay. It's like, look at what you can do. Not a whole lot, honestly. And you can see here how much work we're getting off on the Nazebo. We are able to stun him there to the point where he can't do anything. We wailed on him so hard that we brought his health down pretty substantially. And once they're at about 30% health, that's where I like to come in with the Q, stun them, and knock out more of that damage. Now, I think that we're going to have pretty substantial numbers, so I don't feel it too necessary to push in at the time being near the top on this objective. We know that Sylvanas is on middle with us, so we're not too afraid of what the enemy team is going to do on this objective. So we're going to just stay here and get these stacks again. Now, you can argue that it is better to move forward because if we are near enemies while they die, we do gain a substantial boost to our stacks there, but already at 36. So if we can just kind of rotate down here a couple more times and just move around, keep moving throughout the map and gaining that, again, that foundation, it is going to help us out because we do get an activated that increases our attack speed by 30% for 3 seconds once that comes through. So let's bait this Sylvanas a little bit. Oh, I thought Zagara was going to stick back a little bit more and help us out there, but that was not the case. Now, we are at about 39. Yes, 39 stacks at the time being. We have one more to go, which I think we could secure with... Okay, and you can see how much we can do when we are given the opportunity or when the enemy team is not paying attention to how much damage we're actually getting out. Because you can attack from such a long distance, it's pretty shocking what you can end up doing as a fight goes on, or especially when you poke in and out, it does ridiculous things. Oh, Gul'dan got penalized. He went with that talent. Not something too common, I'm being honest. Gul'dan usually does not take that kind of talent. It's a big penalty, a big down point when you are penalized for any deaths that you have. Now, I'm in favor of pushing here. We can... Oh, actually... We just saw Nazebo at this camp, so we can pick him off right here. Or actually, we can just fight them here once we move in. We're just going to stun him, knock out our ability, and we're able to heal ourselves through with our E. Now, we do need to back out, so probably not the best thing that we could have done with that time, but Zagara pushing on the bottom lane, going to do just fine. Now, at this level, Nexus Frenzy is going to be our option. Again, increases our attack range and our attack speed. So now, when we pop our W, we are able to attack blindingly fast and do an incredible amount of damage, almost burst damage, though it is a sustained character. It's a very odd style to kind of be going for. And Chromie's going to die. That's fantastic. Now, because we do have our E again available and we do have our ultimate ability Hyperion ready to go, we are fairly safe in these kind of scenarios. Li Ming is a little bit more terrifying when she is by herself, just in general. But looks like she did back up because she was afraid of us. Now we're hitting for 308 a shot. And as you can see, it's a little bit ridiculous how fast we can clear targets when we hit our W. Now we're going to come right in here. We're going to go ahead and pop this and see what we can do here. I think this is going to be a gross thing we can do with our own abilities here. Oh, shit! Oh, are we going to die? Oh, nope. We're going to... Oh, God! Yep, we're going to die. Fuck! Oh, I thought we had it, boys. I thought we had that. I mean, I guess it was a little bit gross. Are you going to kill him? Okay. Oh, that one shot from the mercenary did weaken us down quite a bit, and I didn't see the Gul'dan until he came right about here on that vision. Little unfortunate. Little unfortunate. If we had just about a half a second lead on that, we would have definitely gotten that triple. Now, Nova still does have a higher damage because she is able to roam around and against these squishy targets. It's a little ridiculous, but we do have very high sustained damage on our own. And especially considering the siege that we've done in this game and what we've done for our team to set up these kind of kills and this final damage, very good job. Now we are pushing down the enemy keep. We'll see how far they get on this. There are no minions with them any further, so they need to get out as quickly as possible, though we do have numbers advantage. I'm a bit aggressive on the enemy team there. Okay, uses ultimate to get over the wall and out. Not that low, so I'm not sure where he's... Alarak is deciding to go. We are going to... Holy shit. Want to clear down this this wave here. Okay, we are able to somewhat machine micro. Or marine micro, as it were. We're able to do 318 at level 21 per shot. So I don't know what the fuck just happened, but someone's dying. And again, we're just going to push this forward just to get this going in the right direction. And we are able to rejoin our friendly team down here in the bottom lane. And I think if we can get around this side, we are going to be able to juke out or kill this Nazebo if he's still escaping, which he is. Okay, we are able to focus up on him pretty well. We are going to wait until he tries to use his ultimate, and then we're just going to stun him out of it. So we were kind of baiting that out. We knew that he was going to try, because he's going to die anyway, to hit his ultimate ability. So if we are able to stun him before we're able to take too much damage from that, it is going to save us quite a bit of heartache. Now again, just trying to push this down, waiting until our E is back up and available. And that's what's been sustaining us through a lot of these fights here. Now, we are able to obviously push these waves incredibly fast. We did pick up a boss on the bottom lane, and we get the minion wave pushing in the right direction as well. I am in favor of giving this up. We do have quite a bit of a numbers advantage, but at the same time, though, I think they're just going to give it. There's not a whole lot that Li Ming can really do-ish by herself, especially with a Nova there. That's going to be... Okay, a time trap. That's a little weird to hit.
This should be good.
We're going to go ahead and come in middle on the ass end of this and see if we can catch Sylvanas off guard. If we are able to do so, going to mean another kill for the friendly team. Now, you can use Hyperion as a sieging tool or something to attack down enemy structures. It does lose a bit of that value. You don't really gain as much from that. But, oh, I want to push in here really bad. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're going to need to just get out of here. I mean, we can just zone him back here, that's fine. Now, if you are able to both zone and siege at the same time, then it makes a little bit of sense, at least, if you're going to be doing something like that. Now, we did pick up a kill on, well, we traded Gul'dan's, but ours is going to have a substantially lower death time. Okay, well, there's Alarak and Nova. Wow. Okay. Little scary. Little scary. Well, I don't think that the enemy team is going to be able to rotate in time to stop us. We should be able to capture yet another curse. That is a third curse for the friendly team there. We can pick up that kill for free on Chromie. And we've gotten 6 kills, and we've only died about 3 times. So not the greatest, but not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. You can see how far our auto attack range is. It's a little absurd. And how fast we're able to attack when it is active. You're able to just burn any kind of target that you want, almost at any time. Now, looks like we are going to secure the bottom fort. I think they should have 1 here. So if I can catch, I believe, this Nazebo off guard. Oh my god, I thought I had him. Ooh, if we caught him with that, we'd probably be able to keep up with the W and be able to kill him. Chase him down. But we did just miss that slightly. So we're going to regroup with our friendly team. It's not usually a good idea to try and push a boss during a curse, because you lose a lot of the timing and a lot of the value of your push. But in this scenario, with a minion camp pushing, or a mercenary camp pushing on bottom, with a clear numbers advantage in most areas of the map, we're going to go ahead and pop our 1 here as well. As you can see how fast we're able to attack, it's a little bit gross, honestly, how much you're able to do in a very short amount of time. And that is a mass amount of siege damage immediately on that boss.
This should be good.
Now, I am in favor, personally, of trying to push this all the way to the core, but if the friendly team chooses not to, then we're going to be a little stuck. We're going to try and come down here. Zone for... Oh, shit. We just get deleted. So the triple time trap is a little fucking ridiculous, if I'm being honest. Gul'dan likely going to die. There's a dead Nazebo. There's a dead Gul'dan. Alarak is by himself and is going to land right into the Chromie shit. Now, the boss is still pushing, however. We might be able to get some permanent core damage here. Looks like that is going to be the case. Though how much is going to be the question. This might be a good game, surprisingly. The enemy team not really burning it down all that well. And with nobody notices, it seems, the catapult on top that is just wailing into it, and that is going to be GG to the friendly team. Alright. We did do a pretty solid amount of damage in comparison to the other burst characters in the game. We were just kind of left alone to our own devices the full match, so that is something that's not too common on Raynor. You usually get focused down very quickly by the enemy team, but we did get 27% of our experience. I think that was pretty solid. Nova did a good job of scooping up those kills, though, when we did weaken everybody with the enemy team. But we'll go over the build one more time, just to make sure that we have that cemented, because it was a little quick there, and we did skip over a couple things, I believe. Now you can see, though, where the right-click and win idea came from, because you're able to do so much damage, and you're able to poke in very well, especially against big targets, because you do have focused attack, and giant killer is a significant portion to your kit. So we did get 119,000 siege. We kept right on point with Zagara in this match, oddly enough. We did die the least amount of times on our team. We weren't part of all that many kills, but because we were able to lane and to keep pressure up on the map, we did take that victory. 42,000 damage, second highest only to Nova. At level 1, Seasoned Marksman, increasing the damage that you do with your auto attacks. Focused attack, again, increasing your auto attack damage against enemy heroes, and that is every 10 seconds. An additional 60%, though it does reduce down by 1 second with each auto attack. Revolution Overdrive, increasing movement speed. Because Raynor only has one ability, his Q, to knock back or to survive or to escape, this provides a little bit of that safety net so that you can run away from someone a little bit faster and to get back towards your structures. In addition, it does help with your chase as well. You are able to chase a hero down, gain a little bit of ground on him, and then use our later talent to stun them. Hyperion at level 10, because I feel personally it is the better ultimate in most situations. If you need a single target DPS for some reason in the particular spot, his Raynors, yeah, would be the other option. It can work, but personally I feel that Hyperion in its zoning capability and its width definitely helps out your team more substantially, or in most situations. Giant Killer at level 13, again doing more auto attack damage to enemy heroes. At 16, you can either go for Executioner, and that is going to be if you have more slows. Nova we weren't really around Nova, I should say, most of the game. Zagara doesn't really have all that many slows, or any really. Alarak could have. He went with range, though, and not the slow, so that was not going to be an option there either. So we weren't going to get any slows there, and Gul'dan, I don't believe, took the slow either, which he did not. So we had no slows on our team other than Nova, and we weren't around here for enough of the game to make Executioner work or to have an impact. That's where you do additional damage. I believe it's 30% on slowed, rooted, or any target that's had some crowd control on them. So Bullseye was the option at 16. It did stun Nazebo out of his ultimate at least once, and it did stun him for a couple kills there between him and Sylvanas, I believe. And at level 20, Nexus Frenzy, again, increasing or just making everything we do better. We attack from further away by an additional 20% and attack 20% faster. So when we're able to pop our W, it's absolutely absurd how fast we can attack. So we hit the W, and with Seasoned Marksman completed, that's again another 30% attack speed. So we're looking at a base, let's just say 1. We go an extra 30%, an extra 20% on top of that. There's 50. We have our activated ability for Raynor. His ability is another 30% attack speed for 6 seconds. So you're going 30, 60, and another 20 at the end of that. So you're having 80% attack speed throughout that couple second window, which is absolutely absurd. You're basically doing 2 auto attacks for every 1 that any other hero would have in the same kind of category, which is astounding. Now, because he only has 2 activated abilities, he's a very simple hero to pick up, very easy to learn. It does take some time to master his positioning or to understand where you need to be in fights, but that does come with time. I have played more games on this character than any other in the game, and I haven't even played him in probably a good 6 months on a consistent basis. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is Jimmy Goddamn Raynor, and we will see you all next time in the Nexus. Also, if you want any more of this kind of content or do like it, feel free to drop a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, of course, and we will again see you next time in the fucking Nexus.